Listen, following your heart is a fool's game. Hey, this is Eric Johansson, and it's time for another quick Bible study from our reading in Jeremiah 14 through 17. And I am starting with this statement of following your heart is a fool's game. In Jeremiah 16:10, let's read. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? Okay, these are the questions of somebody who is blind to their own actions and reality. In this current state that Israel finds themselves in, and the people that Jeremiah are speaking to, they're so blind and so arrogant, if you will, that they're like, who, us? This is kind of like how a child reacts when they're called out on something that they've done wrong or some kind of disobedience. They're like, who, me? What have I done? I haven't done it. Okay, Jeremiah 16:11. Let's continue reading. Then shalt thou say unto them. So in other words, this is God telling Jeremiah what to say to them when they act like a child or a fool and say, what, me, us? We didn't do anything. And so Jeremiah is instructed to say, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. Okay, listen, I say it time and time again, Jeremiah was not written to you. It was written for your learning. These people were bound to keep the law, and they're not doing it. Let's keep reading. Jeremiah 16:12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, you walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. So this is the problem right here. The Bible says, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart. This is God calling out a people saying, you imagine things in your heart that are evil. So this is what I have to say, not only to you, but to me. When you don't read and study God's words for yourself, you are literally walking in the imagination of your evil heart. You're designing a God that you want. You're designing standards and spiritual teachings that you want. And that's not how this works. God preserved his words. We could hold them in our hand. And throughout the entire Bible, it says, read. And I'm working on a complete study on this subject of reading. I've already talked about it a little bit, where Jesus Christ, I believe it was 7 times, where he said, have ye not read? Where he's asking the religious leadership, have ye not read? He never said this to the people. He asked the religious leadership, have ye not read? Asked them time and time again. So maybe you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, my heart's not evil. So let's look at what the Bible says. In Jeremiah 17, verse 9, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Okay, it doesn't say, this people's heart is deceitfully wicked. It's a general statement about the nature of mankind. Our heart is it's desperately wicked. It's not trustworthy, right? So look, if you're at Baskin-Robbins and you're trying to pick what flavor of ice cream you want, hey, I say follow your heart, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? But if you're sincerely trying to learn who you are in relation to God, it's best not to follow your heart. This is where all kinds of religious confusion comes from, is people just following their heart, doing what they feel is right. Okay, so you need to read and study his words so that your deceitful above all things and desperately wicked heart doesn't fool you. Okay, if you don't want to be fooled, you got to read and study God's words so that you know God, that you're known of God, and that you generate some understanding from all that. That's what I got for you today. I hope that helps. Hope that encourages you. These videos are specifically designed to support my Bible reading challenge on Facebook. The link's in the description. Go check it out. Maybe it's for you. Hey, we're going to be starting again in January, and I hope you're there. Have a good Bible read.